All right. Well, I'm Ryan, 780 Speed and Custom. Appreciate you guys stopping by the channel. This is the absolute mess I have going on. We've got 4 weeks now until Miles of Mayhem. I've got to block, sand, prep, and paint this thing in the next month. Get it all back together. We'll be all right. I'll get her done. But today's the day. We're going to start sanding. I've done a test patch, which I'll show you here. I did the inner door panels, and I'll compare it against the hood colors. So that's the old paint. And this is the new, so it's quite a bit lighter. This almost has more gray in it than green when you compare the two, but gray and brown, I guess. This is definitely more green, but I really like the new color. I hope it looks good. Looks good on that little piece there, so I'm thinking it's going to look good on the truck. It's going to brighten it up quite a bit, but I think it's going to look awesome. And I'm actually quite happy with the color. I really like the way it's turned out. The old paint is an olive drab, and the new one is just olive green. It's a little bit lighter, but I like it. As I mentioned in the last video, it's an industrial paint, so it's not proper, it's not automotive. It's still going to look better than the rattle can job that I have on here, but in all likelihood, it's probably going to end up a little bit orange peely, and I don't know if you can buff it. I might try a test patch and just see if I can polish it out a little bit, but I'm honestly not that concerned. Only reason I'm doing this is because this rattle can job I have is actually for a plastic. It's not metal paint, and it's starting to come off. It looks awful, so I just need to clean it up a little bit with something a little stronger, and we should be good to go. So we'll get to it. All right, so I have yet to start buffing the cab, but I got everything else outside here. I've got the two running boards basically done. This one fender is just about done, but still have to buff the tailgate, the box, the hood, and the front fenders. I'm going to leave this together because this is an absolute battle to put this together. It doesn't look like much, but that is not easy to do. So I'm just going to tape off the grille and the headlights and paint that as is. But yeah, things are coming along nicely here. This is really all I need to do. Just take the clear off of it, kind of rough it up, give it something for the new paint to stick to. That's all I did for my test patch, and it worked perfectly. So a little bit more sanding to do, quite a bit more sanding to do, and we can start painting this thing. So that's exciting, but coming along nicely. Well, quick progress update. I've got the hood, rear fenders, running boards, and the tailgate all sanded down. Obviously, I still have yet to do the front fenders. I've kind of started on the box, and I haven't even touched the truck yet, but I am making progress here. Yeah, just smoothing out a few things, knocking out a few more dents, fixing a few issues, but yeah, it's coming together. So keep going here. So my goal is, if I can get the rest of this sanded this week and spray next weekend, that gives a week to cure, a week to put the truck back together, and then it'll be the week before Miles of Mayhem. So it is going to be tight, but I think I can get it done. As long as don't run into any major issues, and I can get this all sanded this week, which depends entirely on work. But yeah, I think we'll be all right. I'm not too worried yet, so I'll keep going here. All right, time for another update. It has been a week. Work has been insane, so I've been working long hours trying to get this thing done. But I've made a lot of progress. I've moved it to a new shop where I'll have more room to work on it and paint. So I'm basically done sanding, but I'll show you where I'm at and we'll go from there. Okay, there's a little bit more sanding to do on the bumpers. I've got the cab basically done. A little bit to clean up on the interior. I think I'm actually going to take off the doors so that I don't have to tape off the mirrors. Obviously I'll have to take off the door handles as well, and that's just going to make everything easier to paint. It's only 2 pins per side plus the 2 screws for the door handles, so that's easy. Obviously everything else is done. I've got the hood sanded, front fenders, rear fenders, running boards, the box. I've gone as far as masking off the box already. So that's ready to go. I just need to wipe everything down too. Got to mask off the truck, obviously, front and rear and interior. And I need to mask off the grille and headlights on the front fenders. All right, so obviously there's still quite a bit of work to do, but I've got time. Next video, obviously, I'm going to have the rest of this sanded. Hopefully I'll have everything masked off and I can start painting. So I'm hoping by next week's time, I've got everything shot. I can let it cure, and then we'll have another week, 2 weeks basically, to put the truck back together, and then we'll be off to Miles of Mayhem. So fingers crossed this turns out and doesn't look horrible, because I'm only going to get one shot at it. So as always, I appreciate you guys stopping by the channel. I'm Ryan, this is 780 Speed and Custom, tuning out.